Hello. Hello, everybody. Let's go live. Today, US business startups से related and E2 visa से related. We'll have some discussions, we'll have some understanding. Okay, let's just wait a little bit. Hello. Yes, Mr. Yadav. Okay. Hello, everybody. Hello. Okay, so we will be talking about today in this live session about starting business in USA and getting the US E1 and E2 visa. So let's just wait for a few moments and we get to build the audience. Okay. Okay, let me just put the link of this live session on all the channels ताकि ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा हमारे पास audience जो है वो build हो जाए. Hello. Okay, so can everybody hear me okay? Whoever is live, just send one message. Let me know if I am audible. Okay. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Yadav. Thank you so much. And Yadav, just give till everybody comes in. Can you give your little bit of your introduction? You are from Nepal. You are live now from Qatar. Okay, perfect. What do you do, Yadav? And everybody, please, whoever is watching this, please one share on with your connection so that more and more people can come live. And another guy, okay, this is Zagam. Zagam can hear. Okay, perfect. Zagam, just give your bit of your introduction, please. What do you do? Where are you coming live from? Yeah, you are Uber driver in Qatar. Okay, perfect. Okay, who is here? How many people are here? Please, TikTok audience, whoever is watching, if everything is okay, I'm audible. Please leave a message. हिंदुस्तान का बड़ा भाई. Okay, B1 and B2 visa. Can I can start there your advice. Okay, I am from Pakistan. Last time very long discussion. Change ustad. Okay. Okay, guys. Okay. Welcome everybody. Let more and more people come on the live. Please keep your all the questions ready, and please remember, guys, this is particularly for businesses, business setups, business visas, and business visa categories. So you just need to know, the about businesses, and let's discuss about the business options. Okay, so yes, Hindustan ka bada bhai, very good. I could see your messages, my dear. What is the scope of this busy procedure? Minimum investment. Yes, sir. Okay, I will just give some informations about the B1, B2, about the E1 and E2 visas, about the businesses, what kind of a scope of businesses are there. Just bear with me so that at least some of the audience can be built up. I have a B1, B2 visa and planning to visit USA. And may I start there a cleaning and a housekeeping business? Yes, definitely. NAS 876. Definitely, sir. You can do the cleaning business. Okay. Okay, guys. Okay, तो कुछ कुछ ऑडियंस आ रही है. Which language do you want me to address it more? English or Urdu? Where are you guys from? Oh, you guys are Pakistan national, living in Bahrain. Welcome, Nas, the traveler. Hi, how much time will it take to change from B1, B2 to E2, and also the minimum required amount? Okay, Nas told me to talk in Urdu. Okay, Nas, I'll talk in Urdu. Okay. Hindustan ka bada bhai living in India. Hasib Qureshi sab, can we get an E2 with an investment of 10,000 investment? No, sir, definitely not E2. 10,000 में तो ना वीजा मिलेगा ना कोई बिजनेस प्रॉपर से एस्टेब्लिश हो सकता है. So 10,000 is not a good money to start. Keep your questions ready, guys. All of you guys, please keep your questions ready so that जो ही हम इसको प्रॉपर से इंट्रोडक्शन के साथ स्टार्ट करते हैं तो I can address all of your questions. 5 years living in Saudi. Okay. All right, all right. Yes, more and more guys are joining. I am Pakistani national living in Bahrain. This. I can, you can pin a comment now. Type a comment, okay. And I love your synthetic wig. Oh, thank you. You like my wig, Tyler? Awesome. Okay, so this one is from. Okay. Hello, Mr. Raheel. My name is Asif. I'm a Canadian citizen. I live in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. I would love to apply for E2 investor visa. Interested to move to LA County or Houston, Texans. Can you help to find a retail business somewhere in these states? Regards, Asif. Yes, Mr. Asif, I can certainly help you in finding the business. We operate all over the states. और कहीं पे भी आपको बिजनेस चाहिए होगा तो वी कैन सर्टनली हेल्प यू इन बाइंग द बिजनेस, वी कैन हेल्प यू इन एस्टैब्लिशिंग द बिजनेस. और E2 की क्वालिफिकेशंस के अकॉर्डिंगली ऑल द requirements of the business can be fulfilled, and yeah, we can certainly help you out. Okay, what is the scope of this business procedures? Minimum investment? Yes, Naz, I will just come back to you on this. Okay, so this is Zagam Ali. He's asking me the question. You will make business plan for my courier services business. Yes, Zagam, definitely we can make a business plan. We can prepare the whole E2 application packet. We can write the business plan, financial feasibilities, whole of your. We can design the whole business. Everything we can certainly do that. So no problem. By the way, courier is a good business. Zagam, if you have selected the courier business, so it is definitely a good business. Okay. सर मुझे यूएसए में विजिट के लिए जाना है, इसके लिए क्या 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 करना चाहिए? ओके, सो यादव, विजिट के लिए जाना इज वेरी सिंपल माय डियर फ्रेंड। आप जो है वो यूएस की यूएस वीजा की जो वेबसाइट है, यूएससीआईएस की वेबसाइट के पे आप जाइए। DS-160 करके एक फॉर्म है, वो आप फॉर्म फिल कीजिए। एम्बेसी की फीस है प्रोबेबली आई थिंक इज $210 एज ऑफ नाउ। प्रीवियसली इट वाज 160 बट नाउ आई थिंक आई हर्ड इट इज बीन इंक्रीज। $210 की फीस है, वो आप पे करें एंड यू शुड बी गुड टू गो। आप अप्लाई करें, वीजा इंटरव्यू अटेंड करें एंड देन यू आर गुड टू गो। ओके, Hindustan ka bada bhai wants to talk in English. Okay, guys, I'll try and talk in both, you know, Urdu and English both. So let's see. Which business is more preferable and good to invest in USA? Okay, so business is all, you know, okay, practically the business comes with the criteria कि आपका background क्या है, किस तरह का business जो है वो आपको suit करता है, या आपका बजट कितना है। बट यूजुअली एज पर माय प्रेफरेंसेस, सर्विसेज बेस्ड बिजनेसेस जो है, होम बेस्ड बिजनेसेस या जो बिजनेसेस डिजिटली एक्सपैंड किए जा सकते हो, दोज आर काइंड ऑफ बिजनेसेस जो ज्यादा अच्छे चलते हैं। ओके, नाउ Sufyan Sabri, I have a B1 B2 visa. What should I do to get settled in USA? If I go for status change in USA, how it will be, how I will be able to bring my spouse and kids to US. Very good. सुफियान साबरी साहब, आप चेंज स्टेटस चेंज करना चाह रहे हैं तो यस, यू कैन कम हेयर, you can establish your business, you can get your status change, and once your status change is approved, you can apply for your family, your wife and the kids who are back home. You can apply for their visas and they can join you later. Ice cubes business and seafood business. What is ice cubes business? You mean the selling of ice or production of the ice cubes packets? You know, honestly, I have not dealt with that, to be very honest. But yeah, I mean, अगर आपका कोई experience है, if you have a good experience, you can certainly go with it. Okay, so thank you so much. For sure, I'll contact you. We'll shoot you an email or a message later, and we'll discuss further. Yes, perfect. I didn't get your name, but yeah, I mean, you know, my email address would be there. Let me see if I can probably show you guys here. Okay, so you would get my website, email address, our contact numbers, all information would be there. आप इसको जो है वो definitely shoot it to us and yeah, we'll have a further chat. Okay. Right. Okay. So here. Okay. There are a lot of good people are joining. Very good. Very good. TikTok audience is much better than the YouTube audience. Why they are so live? YouTube people, please join more. Okay. All right. Okay. So, all right. So one more question. What could be the minimum budget to get an E2 visa if we opt for an embassy processing? And how long does it take? Okay. So E2 investment budget is something between 50 to 100,000 at least minimum to start with. Depends on the businesses. Some businesses requires much more than that. Some businesses require much, you know, they are comfortable in this budget. तो इतना आपका कम से कम बजट होना चाहिए और you know. And what is the next part of the question? We opt for an embassy processing. How long does it take? Embassy processing हो या आपकी consular processing status change हो, average time period to set up the whole business, it takes 5 to 6 months time on average. उसके बाद consular change का जो process है, that takes like 3 months for the normal processings, and if you go for premium processings by paying $2,500 extra, it would be done in 15 days. And when it comes to the embassy processing or a consular processing, so it goes to somewhere around, currently, for example, if you talk about, I mean, it varies from you know, country to country and embassy to embassy, but if you talk about like Pakistan or you know, Dubai or you know, those embassies currently, so around 3 months time it is taking you know, for the processing. Okay, who is this? Muhammad Shahzad. Assalamu alaikum, sir. Wa alaikum assalam. I want to get start cleaning franchise business. Yes, sir. Definitely. You want to get start. We are here to help you out. We have the franchise available. You can mention whichever the state you want. Get in touch with the team, and yeah, we should be able to give it a good kickoff. No problem. Okay. And now you are saying what should be the financing risk concern with the E2 investor except your processing fees. My processing fees is not a risk when it comes to the delivery, but yeah, I mean, if you take it as an investment, so see, financial risk E2 में जितने भी आते हैं, basically it's all about you know it varies again from business to business. So there are some businesses jahan pe, for example, services based business hai, they are more riskier than the asset backed business, because service business may usually the money which you invest is basically the spending which you have done into the business. तो जो spending हो चुकी है, for example आपने जो rent पे कर दिया है landlord को, you can't get that money back. इसी तरह आपने जो यूटिलिटीज के बिल्स पे कर दिए हैं, आपने को मार्केटिंग की स्पेंडिंग कर दी है, तो यू कांट गेट दैट मनी बैक. बट अदर देन दैट, अगर एसेट बैक बिजनेस होता है तो यू कैन लिक्विडेट योर एसेट्स इन सॉरी just in case if visa is not issued, तो आप अपने assets को liquidate करके you can withdraw your investments. But practically speaking, it all depends के what scope do you guys have in terms of the business. So usually if the business is well prepared, so we tend to make sure that the things should get approved rather than just randomly get declined. Because I first try maybe, I mean, if you get objections, if you get further RFEs, request for further evidences, so we still have a chance, we still have a opportunity कि हम उसके ऊपर भी काम करके we resubmit the application and we get the visa approval. तो उसमें आपको business में कोई खास loss जो है वो नहीं होता. Okay, so so next question is, do you only deal with E2 or you can also assist in EB? No, sir, I don't deal in EB3. EB3 is employment based visa categories जहाँ पे आपको sponsors चाहिए होते हैं, lengthy procedures हैं, 2 to 3 years. पाकिस्तान का भी इस वक्त जो retrogression चल रहा है, more likely I think 3.5 to 4 years time period है. I'm not properly updated with it. I don't deal with it, so I cannot assist you with that. Sorry. Okay. Now. Okay. So here, Mr. Traveler is asking me the question, how much time will it take to change B1 to B2 and the minimum investment? I just explained you, it takes like 5 to 6 months to prepare the business, then the processing time, and the investments is starting from 50 to 100,000. You are good to go, as per your business model. It can be more, it can be less. Okay, Mr. Jeevan Abbas. Okay. Sir, I already spoke with you on the WhatsApp. Jeevan Abbas from UK. Sir, I will invest about $50,000 and on E2, but I will need 1 year to gather all the amount. Is that okay? Or will it get increased by the time? There is no increase in terms of the amounts. Amounts are still same. You can gather whenever you can. You just need to make sure, okay, 50,000 का भी कोई minimum benchmark नहीं. It all depends on the businesses. So आप जो business purchase कर रहे हैं या start कर रहे हैं 50,000 में, you should be able to, you should be good to go whenever you are ready. Okay. So guys, how many of you are familiar with the E2 procedures, or you want me to go through the whole process? Mr. Kamran Akram is asking a very good question. What do you suggest is a better way to proceed, consular processing or USCIS? It's not about a good or a bad process, or what do I recommend. It all depends on what is your objective. So basically, if you, because the first and the most important prime difference you need to understand is that if you do the change of status, which is like you come here and you do the change of status from USCIS, you wouldn't be landlocked. You will not have a mobility to travel in and out of country. तो अगर आपके कोई ऐसे arrangements हैं, आपकी कोई ऐसी requirements हैं back home, जहाँ पे आपको you feel like today, tomorrow, 6 months, 12 months, or 1 year, 2 years down the line, you need to travel, then a counselor process, the change of status processing is not for you. Then you need to do the counselor processing ताकि आपको visa stamp हो सके. Once you get a visa stamp, you then you can travel freely as much as you can. So this is one of the prime difference which you need to understand. So if you have families, if you have businesses, if you have properties or any other kind of arrangements back home which you feel like you need to get it done, you need to take care of those, then the visa processing is much better. Okay, sir. How we are going to get a green card ultimately, as E2 is a non-immigrant visa? Yes, sir. Definitely, E2 is a non-immigrant visa, and you would not get green card while being on E2. E2 is good for the rest of your life, so, depending on which country you're from. But if you're from Pakistan, you can renew it for the rest of your life. Keep renewing it every 5 years, and it cannot lead to green card on its own. But the process of going from E2 to green card, basically E2 you can use it as a entry point to the country. As a non-immigrant, you come here, you land here, you build your business, you establish your the residency, bring your family here, get your life settled here, and then that is the time when you can start looking around for different opportunities which can lead you towards the green card. So पहले आप E2 पे आओगे, and then you start planning towards the green card option. There are many other options available, तो आप उनके accordingly green card पे jump करोगे E2 को surrender करके. Okay, so Aditya Kiran is asking for a whole process, please. Yes, definitely. I will just try to cover the whole process because the question started. So let me just try to address the questions. What is the fees of the status change B1 B2 fees? Okay. Status change fees. Okay, there are a couple of fees. When it comes to the USCIS, it's not on the top of my mind. So excuse if I don't put the exact or accurate numbers. But probably there is one application. The initial application that would cost you somewhere around 700 some dollars, and then change of status for around 400 something. So 12 से 1500, 12 to $1,500 it will be the cost of the changing of status from B1 B2 to whatever the visa you want to jump on. But if you go for a premium processing, so $2,500 extra for the premium processing. Okay. All family has B1, B2. Perfect. No problem, sir. Welcome. You can bring all the family. They can come here and you can do the change of status if that's what your question is. Okay, we will go. Okay, we will go for the change of status. Need your assistance. One-on-one session. Yes, sir. One-on-one session. You can definitely go ahead on the the website, book a consultation, or you can write us an email. Contact on the given number. All the information is provided, and we can help you. We can set up a session and we can go from there. Okay. Jeevan Abbas, thank you so much, sir, for your time. And inshallah, after 1 year, I'll contact. Please do remember Jeevan Abbas from UK. Jazakallah. Thank you so much, Jeevan. And looking forward, sir, whenever you are ready. Okay, please mention the amount required to start a courier business. Zegam, courier business, basically, when it comes to the courier, it all again depends on the business model. See, guys, you need to understand. E2 investment, there is no the rule of thumb. So, for example, what do you need for courier business? So, courier business, you would need probably the pickup trucks, or you need the courier delivery vans. The vans itself, for example, if I talk about one example of a van or the box trucks, it starts from maybe like $15,000 if you go for a 20 years old truck or a van, and it can go up to, let's say, a $40,000 or $45,000 or even $60,000 if you go for a latest model, latest brand, latest year the vans. So in one vehicle, your price difference becomes like between 20, 30, or even $40,000. So practically it would be very difficult for us to tell you what kind of a exact hard rock amount do you need. In fact, what you can decide is you can reverse the cycle. You can come up with your budget. For example, if your budget is $100,000, then we can find the vans and the vehicles in that budget. So practically we need at least 2 to 3 vehicles to start a courier business. तो अगर आपका आप भी बोलते हो कि आपका बजट है लेट्स से $100,000, 2 vehicles हमें मिनिमम बाय करनी है, एंड देन वी हैव टू स्पेंड द रेस्ट ऑफ द मनी ऑन ऑफिसेज, इक्विपमेंट्स, इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर, ऑनलाइन प्रेजेंस, फीसिस, all those kind of things. So in that way we can go for, let's say, somewhere on average between 25 to $30,000 each vehicle. So 2 vehicles will cost you $60 to $70,000, and rest of the money, is good to spend for the rest operating expenses. You are good to go. So basically, you come up with your budget, and we plan the whole business in that budget. As long as the budget should make sense. Which state is best to move USA as far as the cost of living and the taxes are concerned? Oh, this is a $1 million question. Okay, so. ओके, वन सेकंड, देयर इज वन मोर. तो दोबारा ई वीज़ा हासिल करने का क्या तरीका होगा और हमारे बिजनेस का क्या होगा अगर बी वीज़ा ई में चेंज हो जाता है और हम वहीं से बाहर किसी और कंट्री में चले जाते हैं तो. ओके, नाउ मिस्टर ट्रैवलर, आई एम नॉट एबल टू गेट द होल अंडरस्टैंडिंग. ओके, आई विल कम टू दिस. देयर इज अ लॉट ऑफ क्वेश्चंस हियर. ओके, सो लेट मी जस्ट फर्स्ट आंसर दिस. See, when it comes to the which state is better, all the states are good for the business. You For a newcomers, usually I prefer that at least you should go for some big metropolitan states like Chicago, Florida, New York, New Jersey, Texas, Washington DC, Virginia, these kind of states, because the more bigger state you go, the more better opportunities you would get for your business. So since you are coming new to the country, so it's always better rather than you try to think about, for example, if you are looking for a tax concern, so tax, Delaware is or Wyoming or Nevada, those are, let's say, they don't have a state taxes. So if you save that money, say, on the tax perspective, you would probably compromise your business opportunities in those states as well. I mean, not all, of course. Texas is having a good, the Texas, Florida, they have good tax benefits as well, but they are good states too. So more than the tax, I would say focus on the nature of a business and the good business opportunities in those states जहाँ पे भी आपको move करना है. So that will give you a lot of good advantages. Okay, so Alim General. Sorry. Okay, so the total duration of the E2 completion of process. So around 5 to 6 months business setup करने में, business plan करने में लग जाते हैं, and then 2 to 3 months if you are going for embassy processings, or if you are doing the change of status with premium processings, it will take 15 days. Okay, next one is, do they offer premium processings for embassy application in Pakistan? No, premium processing is only for USCIS, not for embassies. Okay, so now there is one more. Mehreen Karamat, we are planning to invest in the USA, currently have a B1 and B2, and plan to apply for E2 visa. So I wanted to ask you, if I purchase a property in America and renovate it and sell it and consider it as a business which is eligible for E2. No, buying a property only, and even if it is a rundown properties, or you take it for it is called flip and fix. Fix and flip. So if you want to do the fix and flip kind of businesses, so fix and flip is directly is not qualifying a business industry for E2, because it does not provide day-to-day operational activities, day-to-day cash flow activities, and there is no economic big contribution on a regular basis. However, Mehreen, what you can do is, अगर आपको fix and flip करना है, तो then you can probably go for the maintenance company. You can go for a contracting company. You can open up these kind of construction related businesses, और उनमें आप fix and flip add कर सकते हैं. But the main focus should be on the business itself, and then the fixing and flipping or buying the properties or investing in properties should be an extra thing on top of it. Okay, so can we do import-export business to qualify for E2 visa? Import and export, yes, you can do for E2 visa. And if it is import and export, you might consider E1 visa also, depending again what kind of import-export you want to do, what countries you want to trade between two. So based on those, you can consider E1 also, and E2 also, both can work. Okay. Okay, Mr. Kamran, brother, you must keep doing these live sessions because you are educated person in such financial crisis. We need the new business opportunities. I hope to see you in Pakistan as well. Thank you so much, Kamran. I would definitely, it was due for a quite long time. I actually wanted to do it for quite good time, but just because of some of the commitments, I couldn't manage the time. But I'm really sorry for it, and I'll try to consider and try to do more and more live sessions. This is what my plan for now is, and hope Allah give me a the consistency and courage to find the time and keep coming. And inshallah, see you in Pakistan soon. I might be coming. Stay tuned on the social medias, and there is very soon, most likely, either. Somewhere around the next month, I would be visiting to Pakistan as well, and yeah, we can have a chat there. Okay, so हिंदुस्तान का बड़ा भाई, rice wholesaler, what is the investment for a wholesaling or investment businesses? You are talking about at least when it comes to the product wholesaling, so something between 150 to 200,000 is a decent recommended budget. Okay, guys, let me just hold on here and let me go on the some of the TikTok messages. Then I come back here. Okay, so here it says अगर B visa में B अगर बी वीजा ई में चेंज हो जाता है तो वहीं से बाहर किसी और कंट्री में चले जाते हैं? नहीं, अगर ओके मिस्टर ट्रैवलर, अगर आप बी वीजा ई में स्टेटस चेंज कर रहे हो वाइल बीइंग इनसाइड द यूएस कंट्री, तो आप एग्जिट नहीं कर सकते. आई मीन यू कैन एग्जिट इट बट यू कैन नॉट री एंटर बैक बिकॉज आपका स्टेटस जो है वो एक्सपायर हो जाएगा. सो इट विल नॉट गिव यू द फ्री मोबिलिटी. आप बिल्कुल आप ट्रैवल जो है फ्रीली नहीं कर सकते. एंड इट सेज तो दोबारा ई वीजा हासिल करने का क्या तरीका है और हमारे बिजनेस का क्या होगा ऐसे मौके पर? जी, ऐसे मौके पर कुछ भी नहीं होगा, इसीलिए इट्स ऑलवेज रिकमेंडेड कि आप ई वीजा पहले से फ्रॉम एम्बेसी बिजनेस सेटअप करें, एग्जिट करें और एम्बेसी से ई वीजा प्रोसेस करके आप एंटर हों ताकि आपको ऐसा कोई बैरियर जो है वो ना आए. Age limit for a nurse, please. Nurse, you are talking about from a business perspective or a job perspective? If it is a job perspective, I think, I mean, of course, the natural job, 62 or 65 years, you can do the practice. If it is a business, there is no age limit. Brother, what about a trading business? Is that qualify for E2? Yes, trading business qualifies for E2 visa also and E1 visa also. So depending where are you doing the trade from, whether you are doing import or export, but you are doing it from a treaty country. For example, if you're from Pakistan and you want to do the trade between America and Pakistan, then definitely it's a treaty country. You can consider for E1 visa also. So E1 and E2, both visas are possible on trading. If we rented a store or a petrol station, nahi hai, yahan pe we call it a gas station, but it's okay. Can we get E2 visa on this base? Yes, definitely. That's one of the most happening businesses here. People from our subcontinent, they like these traditional businesses a lot. Yeah, you can buy a goodwill of a gas station, and you can definitely go with the E2 visa. What is good option Indian? Okay, so for all those Indian fellows, so just to clarify this one point, E2 visa is for the treaty country, E1 visa is for the treaty countries. Unfortunately, India does not have treaty relations with the USA. So E2 visa and E1 visa is for Pakistan, for Bangladesh, Nepal, but not for India. So if you are from India, you want to consider any business visa programs for USA, then the only option you guys are, not only, I would say, on this budget scale, the only option on a small budget is L1 visa. So L1 visa, basically, you need to have your one of the existing business back in India or any other part of the country, part of the world. आपका कोई ना कोई existing business होना चाहिए, and if your business is doing pretty good, you have a good team, good employees, good profits, good revenues, then you can open a branch of that business in America and you can qualify for L1. So L1 visa is a whole different route and a different plannings. But for Indians, you need to consider L1 visa, not E2 visa. Okay, and if we rented a store, okay, this one is already answered. Okay, please back to my question: cleaning, housekeeping, business process, investments. Okay, so for a cleaning business, housekeeping businesses, and the process and investment, it's very simple. Let me break it down. The cleaning is one of the most fastest growing industry in America. Okay, how especially the the home services business. So you can certainly go for the cleaning businesses you can opt for it. The process is very simple. We register your company, we register your tax IDs, we complete your legal paperwork, and then once that paperwork is completed, then we build up your, we rent your office, then we buy your equipment, supplies, probably based on your business model, if you need a car or a van for staff transportation, so we buy those, we buy all the machinery, we buy all the cleaning supplies. And then once all of this infrastructure is built up, then we prepare the business plan, financial forecasting, market analysis, your profile, investors profile, business profile. So whole packet will be prepared, and then we apply for a visa. प्रोसेस जो है वो इस ये जो पूरा बिजनेस इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर बिल्ड करने का जो प्रोसेस है, इट टेक्स अराउंड 4 to 5 months ऑन एवरेज. 4-5 months में आपका ये बिजनेस सारा रेडी हो जाता है, देन वी शुड बी गुड टू सबमिट इट फॉर वीजा एप्लीकेशन. US embassies जो है वो on average between 2 to 3 months or sometimes 4 months is the time period which embassies takes when it comes to the the processing. So all in all, you're talking about 4 to 7 or 8 months in total for the whole process. So hope that answers the question. Okay, just a moment, guys. Let me just see some of the messages in my inbox as well. I would, guys, please don't send any message on inbox because I would not be able to address that. I'm everything should be here on the live. Okay, yeah. Okay, so for Indian, please tell any good option. Yeah, I just mentioned for Indians, it's L1 visa. I mean, if you have a budget, you can go for EB5, but EB5 is again, it's very long visa process. It takes, probably as of now, I think 15 or 18 years time period it is taking. But L1 is a good option. TikTok की तरफ भी आ जाए भाई. Yes, sir. I'm trying to address your TikTok messages. Let me know. Okay, where can I meet you in USA to have a face-to-face discussions? We are based in Virginia, Fairfax, Shantley, Fairfax in Virginia. If you wanna, visit my office, please book a appointment, book a consultation, and more than welcome to come and meet me. Sir, doing great job. Thank you so much, Tariq Qureshi. Okay, Mr. Sayed, brother, also let me know about the gas station business. It still has potential. Yes, sir. Gas station business has potential, at least for now. Until the EV electric vehicles and EV industry takes over the whole gas. So you are talking about next 5-7 years. Yes, you have a good potential, but after that, it's a diminishing and decreasing industry. So yeah, be careful if you want to go for that route. But for now, yes, people like it. It's happening. It's good, going good. Okay, it's really informative detail to be clear to be on the clear path. Thank you so much, Tariq Qureshi. Thank you. Nancy, sir, any possibilities of changing status on B1, B2? Yes, Nancy, you can definitely come here, build up your business or buy a business, and you can do the status change from B1, B2 to E1 or E2. Is the first discussion free? Yes, Mr. User. My first initial consultation is always free. It's a quick 15-20 minutes consultation. It's free of charge, but be specific. In that calls, I usually, do not have time to take a very long discussions or, the unnecessary discussion. So be very specific, be very basics. But yes, the initial consultation is definitely free. So you can book it from the from a website itself. So yeah. Okay, so finally someone on TikTok with reality. Thank you so much, Sayyid. Thank you. Sir, any possibilities of changing status on B1? Yes, Nancy, I already answered. Okay, Yasser Ali, when you have a plan to visit Pakistan and which city and the date, so I can plan and come in there to meet you. Yes, Yasser, I definitely have a plan to come Pakistan more likely in the next month, in October. Maybe in some coming days, 2-3 days. You just stay tuned on my social media channels, on the Facebook, on my Facebook, on business pages, and all over the places. We would introduce. We'll update the dates and the whole schedule. But this time, since I got a lot of complaints, बहुत सारे लोग जो है वो नाराज हो रहे थे, तो I am planning to cover some of the cities at least the central region. I will try to cover many cities, and I'll try to visit you guys. I'll have a meetup with you, and we'll have a great discussions. South side जो है वो कराची अभी भी pending रहेगा, because again I'm coming for a very short trip, so it's not yet finalized, but you never know. Maybe I'll I'm trying to squeeze into the plan, but not yet confirmed. But most likely in this week we will update the whole itinerary and a plan on our social media. So hope to see you. Okay, and where are you located? I'm located in Virginia, USA. Okay, so these people are here. Let me just go to their messages also. Okay. Uh, rice wholesalers was done. Okay. Okay, so Mr. Hasnan, what type of suitable business for a Pakistani lady with a study earth science background without work experience? Okay, so for Pakistani ladies, especially because usually as a culture we have our ladies are usually they are homemakers, but most of the time they do not have the good business experiences or professional background. Usually, so for the females, especially from Pakistan, there are two businesses only which I recommend. One is again a cleaning business. Uh, Good, easy to manage, easy to justify and satisfy the visa requirements. And the second is Pakistani boutique business, Pakistani garments. आप पाकिस्तान से लेकर आओ. You can, it can be kids, it can be, but the most frequent one is the ladies garments. तो पाकिस्तानी लेडी, everybody is fond of shopping, तो आप shopping अपनी करते हो, you keep on doing it and make it into change it into a business. So open a Pakistani boutique here in America, a tailoring shop, a boutique, a designer wears, formal, semi-formal, casuals, all those kind of boutiques is good for Pakistani ladies. Okay, so I don't have any previous business experience. Can I opt for an import-export business for E1 visa? The more likely, Sufyan, I mean, there are certain parameters which we need to see in order to just make sure that you qualify. But usually, yes, I mean, if you have a good potential of doing the trade, because see, understand, in the E1 visa, you need to make sure, you need to justify that you have a trade, the potential to do the trade, and the trade should be substantial. Substantial का मतलब है कि जिस भी प्रोडक्ट में कर रहे हैं उस हिसाब से आप एक अच्छा वॉल्यूम जो है ट्रेड का you can generate. So yeah, I mean, if you have a good potential to generate that volume, you may qualify for E1. Okay. Tariq Qureshi, if you come to Qatar, please meet me. Thank you so much, Mr. Qureshi. I mean, sometimes I usually get layovers on Qatar. So yeah, thank you so much, and we'll definitely stay in contact. Okay. Aleem General, the total duration for E2 process, E2 completion from Pakistan. Okay, so E2 completion, I have mentioned already, it takes like 5-6 months to build up the business, and another 2 to 3 months for embassy processing. So all in all, 6 to 8 months, give and take, plus minus. That's the time duration which it takes from Pakistan or anywhere. Okay, Asad Ali, will you come at Islamabad office? Yes, sir. Definitely, I have an office in Islamabad. So yeah, I would be, based in Islamabad. But this time, I have planned to travel also to different cities. I'll try to cover a couple of cities to meet you guys as well. So hopefully. Okay, so what is the investment to open a coffee shop? Coffee shop, you are talking about somewhere. I mean, there is no upper limit, but minimum you need to start from at least $80,000 to $100,000 if it is a small coffee shop. Okay, so this one is. Can we do an e-commerce business from Pakistan after some time? Can we apply for E2 visa? Oh yes, definitely, sir. I don't know what do you mean by after some time. You can. I mean, if you mean to ask this question is that you start an E2 today. I mean, you start an e-commerce business today, और जब उसका business को build कर लेंगे तो तब आप E2 पे लेके जा सकते हैं. Yes, that is a good route. You can do that. And you can start and build your e-commerce business now, and you can do the E2 visa also. But make sure that E2 ई-कॉमर्स की बेस पे E2 जो है, इट्स नॉट अ वेरी क्लीन एंड स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड काइंड ऑफ process. You need to design and develop and build your business very sensitively, because if it is only the remote or virtual business, then you do not need a visa necessarily. ठीक है, तो उसके लिए आपको you need to make sure that you make a substantial decent amount of investment, which is at least bare minimum 100 to 125 minimum. It goes above than that usually, but you design the whole business in a nice way, in a proper controlled and monitored environment, ताकि आप E2 को qualify कर सके. Okay, Mr. Kramat Ali Shah is saying, I have a B1 B2 but my family does not have it. If I apply E2 from USA and my family is in Pakistan, if my visa is approved in USA, will my dependent get a visa or no? Yes, definitely, sir. Why not? If you get your E2 status change approved from USA, then you can apply for your family back in Pakistan. Okay. All right. So what next? Uh, Please guide about home appliances maintenance business. Appliances maintenance business is a good business as long as you have the technicalities. So देखो, home service से related कोई भी business है, home service is one of the most fastest growing industry after the e-commerce revolution. तो जो e-commerce पिछले 5 साल में there has been a great revolution in USA and in all the world across the globe. अब ई कॉमर्स के बाद जो नेक्स्ट रेवोल्यूशन है, दैट इज ऑल इनटू द होम सर्विसेज. होम सर्विसेज में क्या आता है? आपकी अप्लायंसेस फिक्सिंग, क्लीनिंग, कार वॉश, पावर वॉश, कारपेट क्लीनिंग, आपकी रिपेयर एंड मेंटेनेंस, आपकी फिक्स एंड फ्लिप्स वाले बिजनेसेस, आपके हैंडीमैन सर्विसेज, इलेक्ट्रिकल, प्लम्बिंग, एचवैक कंपनीज, इस तरह के जितने भी बिजनेस हैं जो होम सर्विस से रिलेटेड है, सो दीज ऑल आर वेरी फास्टेस्ट ग्रोइंग इंडस्ट्रीज. तो या यू माइट नीड टू कंसिडर home service business. Okay, Muhammad Shehzad, sir, are you working on EB3 visas? No, sir, I don't work on EB3. What about L1 visa? L1, I just explained that if you're from India, or even L1 is basically for everybody, but particularly for Indians because they are not qualified for E1 and E2. So if you have an existing business in India, for example, or any other part of the world, business is doing good, business is performing well, then you can consider L1 visa category. Okay, Asad Ali, how much investment is required for EV station? EV station, okay, that's actually a good smart move. Rather than going for a traditional gas stations, you can consider for EV stations. Honestly, EV station it's not in my capacity as of now to tell you the exact numbers because I'm not on top of the numbers as of now. But EV station, I would expect at least a decent $250,000 to $500,000, for a good EV station on a nice, better location. Okay, I don't have a business. Okay, this one is you asked already. How much investment required and procedures of investment. So investment required based on the businesses, it starts from as low as 50,000. Depends अगर आपका कोई सर्विस बेस्ड बिजनेस है, ऑनलाइन, डिजिटल, आईटी, वेब, मार्केटिंग से रिलेटेड के कोई बिजनेसेस हैं, कंसल्टेंट और कोचेस के बिजनेस हैं, यू कैन स्टार्ट फ्रॉम 50,000. अगर आपका सर्विस बेस्ड लेस कैपिटल एक्सपेंसिव इंटेंसिव बिजनेस है तो भी आप 50 to 100,000 का बजट है, जिसमें आप क्लीनिंग, होम मेंटेनेंस की सर्विसेज, आप इस तरह के जो स्मॉल स्केल के businesses हैं, you can definitely consider. The procedures of investment is first, once we register your company is registered, your bank account is opened, you transfer the money through official channels with money proof, with source of income, source of funds, and a complete money trail. You transfer it from bank to bank into your business, and then from your business, you are buying a business or you are starting a brand new business. So in either ways, you can you start spending the money. So once the money has been spent, the business has been acquired, that is the time when we prepare the visa applications and we go for visa interview in embassy. Okay. What kind of rights will my spouse and kids get if I get E2? Your spouse will get all the work authorization. he or she, whoever is the spouse, he or she will get an open work authorization. They are eligible and qualified to work, do business, do anything and everything, except of course voting in American elections. But rest everything, with regards to the economic activity, they can do. They can do the job. He or she can do the business, who drive Uber, work in some gas stations or wherever, whatever you want to do. Work in a bank. So the spouse can do. Kids under 21 years of age are allowed for E2, but they are not allowed to work because they don't get a work authorization. They are only, they, comes as a dependent, and they are allowed to study as a local resident student. Okay, Atif, SEO. I am SEO expert and a web designer. Which visa category is best for me? May I get E2 visa on setup of digital agencies? Definitely, Mr. Ali. E2 visa is a great opportunity for digital businesses. आप मार्केटिंग एजेंसी हैं, एसईओ एक्सपर्ट है, वेब डिजाइनर, वेब डेवलपर, आप गूगल एड्स चलाते हैं, कंटेंट राइटिंग करते हैं, ग्राफिक डिजाइनिंग करते हैं, और वट एवर ई कॉमर्स सर्विस प्रोवाइड करते हैं, वर्चुअल असिस्टेंट सर्विस करते हैं, कॉल सेंटर चलाते हैं, तो दीज ऑल businesses are qualifying business for E2 visa. Okay. Mr. Junaid, MJ Junaid, I got a cash 150,000 from Coke. Can I get a gas station? I am no, no, Mr. Junaid. I mean, if you don't have any papers here, you got only cash with no proof. So sorry, we can't help you out. That's not how it works. Okay. So, Kramatullah Khan, and what is the most suitable and affordable business through which I can apply visa? Yeah, you can apply. I just mentioned there are any kind of home services business, any retail business, any service business, digital businesses, anything of those, you can go for E2. Hindustan, goodbye. Next week I'm coming to Virginia. I want to meet you, Sergi, for a change of B1, B2 to L1. What is the embassy fees to pay? No, if you are coming, you are welcome. First of all, if you are coming to Virginia, you want to ask about the embassy fees. So when you are doing the change of status, there is no embassy fees. There is USCIS fees, which I just mentioned. Around one is 700 something, one is 400 something. So 2-3 fees are the USCIS, and plus $2,500 for the premium processing. So you're talking about $4,000-5,000 in terms of the USCIS fees. $5,000 to $6,000 the lawyers charges would be also added up. So you're talking about $8,000 to $10,000 in total if you want to do the change of status. Hi. Okay. Can my sons get the work permit if I need to? No, your kids don't get the work permit. They only get the dependent visa. As an E2 spouse or E2 dependent, and they can do the studies, not work. Okay, Ali Azhar, E2 से green card पे switch को कितना time required है, and what are the options to change to green card status? I have already addressed this, Ali. Probably you joined later, so let me just give you. I mean, there are a lot of videos on my YouTube channel on which says from E2 to green card. So there are different routes. E2 does not lead to the green card. E2 से green card possible नहीं है, in short. And but E2 is an entry point जहाँ पे आप यहाँ पे आके you get an access to the different opportunities, different options जो आपको green card की तरफ ले जाएंगे. Okay, how much money required to set up a digital agency? Digital agencies के लिए जी anything what I usually prefer is at least 50-60,000 should be the capital spending budget, and 20-30,000 should be the operating expense. So all in all, operating expense is the one जो आप अपने सिर्फ बैंक अकाउंट में रखते हो, और capital expenses वो होते हैं जो आप spend करते हो actually before the visa. तो आपका total budget जो है वो something between $70,000-80,000 तक जाता है on digital businesses. Asad Ali, sir, is the real estate business possible with the services providing specifically in renting or letting other properties? No. Real estate ka business you are not allowed to do as a non-US resident, because for doing a real estate in America, you need to have a realtor's license or a real estate agent license. License के लिए आपका resident होना जरूरी है, तो आप real estate का business नहीं कर सकते. But what you can do is probably जैसे Airbnb short term rental property management है, वो आप business कर सकते हो, or you can tie up with some real estate agents who are already licensed here, and then you can hire them, or you can be partnered with them, and then you can do the real estate business if you want to do. Okay, in general, an interview conducted from U.S. Embassy in E2, and if they grant and rejection of the visa, if yes, then grant. Okay, I didn't get. Okay, so Alim, I didn't get your question clearly, but okay, let me try to address it. If you mean to say is कि E2 के लिए interview होता है, yes, E2 के लिए embassy processing में interview होता है. Whenever there is an interview, there is a chance of approval and there is a chance of rejection as well, to be very honest. There is no way where you can say that there is no chances of rejections, but the good thing is, usually these E2 visa rejections comes with the, it's more like an objections which comes with the logical reason and the justification and explanation. तो visa officer interview में आपको explain करेगा if he or she is missing something, or he or she requires some further documentation, जिसको हम official बोलते हैं, request for further evidences, RFEs. They will reject your visa application, but they'll tell you that these are the missing things or missing elements, or some elements which needs changing, and you go do the changing and come back and resubmit the application. You get the visa approved. Normally, the E2 visa issued by US Embassy in Pakistan is for how many years? The first E2 visa is for 2 years, and after that, it is for five years. Okay, guys. So I will. I mean, thank you. You guys have a lot of questions. I didn't know that you guys are having these many questions pending. But okay, I'm trying to cover as much as I can. But I would take few more minutes, and then before I go off. So just a moment. Let me. We'll go towards summing up and winding up this session in a few more minutes. So ask whatever the questions you might need to have. Okay, just give me 2-3 minutes. Let me. Okay. All right. So tell me, dear. Just 1-2 more minutes, and I should be all yours. Please keep asking me the questions. Ask as much as you can. This is all a free consultations. जितनी information चाहिए, जो questions चाहिए, you can keep asking. I'll answer. I'll try to answer as much as I can. Okay. Yeah. Okay, guys. So I'm back. कहाँ तक हो गया था? Okay. Normally, what is the okay? Aditya, business expansion. Aditya, Kiran, business expansion on E2 visa. For instance, I opened a restaurant in Dallas on an E2 visa, and I decided to expand my business in a different location or state. Any immigration consultation is required. Okay, this is a good question, Aditya. If you are expanding the business, then you don't need any. Sorry, then you don't need any immigration, procedures. But if you are shifting your business, like a Dallas method, Dallas say you are closing down or shutting down your location in Dallas and you are moving it or shifting it to another place, then you need to update and you need to get a reapproval from USCIS. Okay, now if I change status, then I can bring my family from Pakistan. Yes, sir, you can definitely bring it. Sir, do you give services to get E2 visa for digital agencies? Yes, definitely. I am, one of the one of the my the digital businesses is my favorite businesses. I'm a good expert of building digital businesses for E2 visa. Okay. What next, Mr. Ziaul? After getting to USA, at what intervals will they check the business whether it's working properly or not? Like we have to provide details when we apply for renewal. No, they do not. The USCIS or US authorities, they do not come to you to keep checking on your business. To be very honest, the only time, for example, अगर आपका 5 साल का वीजा इशू हुआ है, and you are staying here for the whole 5 years, they are not going to come back to you, and keep bothering and keep checking your business status, or how your business performance is. At the time of renewal of the visa, you would go to them and tell them and give them an update and give them your performance, and then they will evaluate whether the business is okay or not okay. Okay. Now here, Sib says, I am doing a business on Amazon, earning up to $4,000 a month. I have a saving of 50,000. Can I apply E2? Yes, definitely. You can definitely apply for E2 based on your Amazon businesses. Of course, it's Amazon itself is a virtual business, so you might need to tweak the model. You need to expand your business. You need to add a lot of the FBA, FBM, and private label and wholesaler different visa the entrepreneurship or business programs, but you can primarily get the E2 visa on that. Boss, monthly P&L is required with the document submission to USCIS in case of a new business. No, if this is a new business, yes, sir, then you definitely do not have monthly P&L. In fact, what you would have is the projections, the future projections, and the future plans. So for a new businesses, you necessarily no need to have the P&L. What is the status for Norwegian national? Norwegian national, there is the okay, there will be a link of the treaty countries on the below. I will add up in the description of this video after the live session is over, so you can see if I think that the Norwegian and many of the European countries, they are part of the treaty list, and as long as you are part of treaty list, you can take the E2 visa. We have been USA several times visit. Very good, Hashiro. If you are visiting here, good for you. But if you want to do the E2, you want to shift here, you want to live here, you want to get your residency here, then you need to go for E2. Okay, so all right. And now Anil Kumar says to start a software company, a software testing company. How much funds we get? 50,000 is enough. Also, do we need to hire a local employees and not? Yes, 50,000 is enough as a capital expenses for any digital businesses, and it's not mandatory, though it's preferred to have an employees, but it's not mandatory to have employees at the time of when you are applying. But later in down the line, yes, we expect you to hire some employees once your business grows. Okay. Aditya, expansion on the E2. For instance, I open a restaurant. Okay, this one is already answered. Okay. Sufyan Sabri. Okay, I want to import rice to USA from Pakistan. Would that be qualify for E2? Yes, that are importing rice from Pakistan can qualify for E1 and E2 both. Asad Ali, what are the vending machine business capex and opex? Vending machine, see, understand, the vending machine is a good lucrative business with the good rewards when it comes to the business opportunity. It's not a very suitable business for E2 until you make it a very big in terms of the volume, to be very honest, because see, one vending machine can cost you, let's say, from $1,500 to $5,000, depending on the location and depending on the business model. So if and mostly the vending machines are considered as a passive business, because one person is required to spend a couple of hours a whole week to to refill the machines, and the business goes on autopilot. So not necessarily you do not need to have a visa, it will be very difficult and challenging to convince the visa officer that you need a visa to do the vending machine business, until you literally make it like 30, 40, or 50 vending machines, for example, in the beginning, on an average price of $2,500, let's say, and you make it up 20, 30, or 50 machines, and then you need to have a backup team, and you need to have a whole operations and inventory and suppliers and dealing with all those kind of things. Then it can qualify for vending machine business for E2. प्रोसेसिंग टाइम फ्रॉम कुवैत, कुवैत की एम्बेसी में अभी हसनैन, every embassy has a different time frames, and every time frame is continuously updating. So I'm not currently right now, for example, familiar how much backlog do they have, but usually in the today's time period, all the embassies are taking between 2 to 4 months time. Aleem General, I have a 19 years old son, and after 2 years of visa grant, he will be 21 and second renewal. What will be his status? No status. Your son will go towards go either to a job employment visa or he has to shift to the student visa. How much investment required for digital business? 50,000 as a capex and 30,000 as an opex. Aditya, okay, this one is already done. Aditya, you are sending the messages again and again, probably, or I am doing it wrong. I'm not sure. Okay. So, what is the minimum investment for the business there to start with? Okay, Asad, on average, the business investment starts from somewhere around $100,000. You are doing an amazing job. Keep it up. Thank you, Salim Khan. Thank you. Asad Ali, sir, do you have some idea regarding H2A visa? No, I do not deal with H2A and I do not have any idea about that. I'm sorry. Okay, Kramatullah Khan, what is the where is it beneficial to apply from either Pakistan or USA? Karamat, definitely it is beneficial to apply from Pakistan is as long as you need to travel. But if you do not need to travel, अगर आपको travel करने की जरूरत नहीं है, तो फिर आप इसको रेंट आप यहाँ से आके भी स्टेटस चेंज के लिए अप्लाई कर सकते हैं. Okay, just a moment. Let me. Okay, how many people are no? Okay. Okay, what is here? What is the status of Norwegian? Okay, we want to live in USA. Yes, if you want to live USA, you set up a business here and you get it. Get your visa done, E2 visa. How much it costs to open a 10 MPD gas station normally without property? See, without property, a decent gas station, you at least you're talking about, and especially if you want a 10 pumps, 10 dispensers, you need to have at least a roughly depends again on the state to state between $300,000 to $500,000 minimum for a decent business. A renewal of E2, what's needed? We needed for the renewal of E2, we need to have your business performance, your updated tax records, your business. As long as the business is doing good, you are matching your financial projections which you submitted in the beginning. You are good to go. E2 visa, how can we get it? You need to make an investment, and this is all exactly what we have been talking about. So you need to make an investment, buy a business or start a business or a franchise, and once you make an investment, based on that, you can definitely go for E2 visa. Okay, so what's next here? Karamatullah, if I apply from USA, do they put a travel restriction on me or no? They don't put a travel restriction, Karamat, but the problem is if you apply from USA, you do the status change. The status change is a one-time status change. The moment you get out, there is no restrictions on you that you cannot get out of the country. But if you get out of the USA, you traveled out, you cannot come back because your status is already expired. So you can think it as a सिंगल एंट्री वीजा. तो सिंगल एंट्री वीजा है, आप आए, आपने स्टेटस चेंज किया, आपका स्टेटस अप्रूव हो गया. बेसिकली द मोमेंट यू गेट ट्रेवल, आप एग्जिट करते हो, आपका वो स्टेटस एक्सपायर हो गया. अब आप दोबारा जब आना होगा तो यू नीड टू प्रोसेस द वीजा अगेन. Okay, Faraj Minhaj. Okay, I'm coming to USA by this October, willing to go for E2. After 6 months, I have to exit from USA. Can I make an exit to Canada and come back again to the USA? I also have a Canadian visa. Yes, Faraz, if you have a Canadian visa, you can exit to Canada and you can come back, re-enter to the country. What is the success rate of E2 visa? The official USCIS success rate is 89.99%, approximately 90%, which is a good visa rate for any business visa categories. What about the laundry business, automatic laundry? Actually, I'm interesting. You have been discussing a lot of different businesses already. See, laundry business, laundromats, for example, if you're talking about the automatic laundry or the coin laundries, the laundromats are good business, but remember they are usually expensive because they are asset-backed businesses. आपको मशीनरी लेनी होती है या आपने एक चलता हुआ बिजनेस लेते हो, तो they are usually asset-backed. It's a heavy investment. On average, एक अच्छा laundromat 250-300,000 तक जाता है minimum to start with, but you can consider. I am interested in service business. Yes, you can go for services business, no problem. Thank you, sir, for the valuable information. I'll contact with you. Thank you so much, Aleem. Looking forward. Laundromats, yeah, I just told you about the laundromats. Okay, now Salim Khan, Bhaijan, me and my wife both have B1, B2, but our kids, age 4 and 7, didn't get visa. I'm planning to come USA. Once change my status, how long will it take for my family to get E2 visa from outside? So the moment you get your status change approved, the next day you can go and apply for the visa for your family based on the embassy time period, which is again usually 3 to 4 months time, or maybe sometimes even lesser than that. They can attend the visa interview and get the visa stamped. Can I take money from friend in US citizen or as a gift or a loan? Yes, you can. Legally speaking, you are allowed to get a money from the local channels, friend or family member or anyone, as long as it has to make a logical sense. So keep that in mind. The borrow money should make a logical sense. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि just from a random person you are borrowing the money, and that's all. So you need to provide a logical justifications, legal justifications. You need to make proper agreements and arrangements in order to take the money locally. Outside states, it will there be the same waiting like B1, B2? No, it will not be the same waiting, more likely like B1, B2, but honestly, we cannot even say. It might be little longer, because देखो even E2 के लिए जब आप waiting period embassy में जब जाते हो, तो you have a logical reason that you have put an investment, business is ready to operate, and they understand it, and they expedite your waiting period. Okay, बट जब आपका वीजा इशू हो गया, आप अपने बिजनेस को मैनेज कर रहे हो, एंड इफ इट इज ओनली अबाउट योर फैमिली, देन दे डोंट हैव दैट बाउंड्रीज एंड restrictions to make it expedited, though they do not drag it very long, but they can drag also. So it's something which we cannot be very sure of. Okay, Jack, tell me about gold jewelry business in USA. Yes, gold jewelry is a good business. What you want to know, you can if you want to start a gold jewelry business, you can definitely consider. Asad Ali, if we partner with a person having a business in USA, which is well established, and we get a sufficient amount of investment, let's say half of 150,000, is it good to qualify? No, Asad, it is not a complete information. I'm sorry, I cannot exactly tell you, but just to give you the idea, if there is a running business in America, you can definitely buy a 51% of the shares of that business, 50 or 51%. But the business shares, or the value of the business, has to be as per the fair market price value. होता क्या है कि यूजुअली पीपल बिलीव कि यार मेरे खाला का लड़के का बिजनेस है, बिजनेस की वैल्यू है $1 million फॉर एग्जांपल, बट खाला का लड़का है चूंकि वो मुझसे बड़ा प्यार करता है, या मेरे मामू चाचू का लड़का है और वो मुझे जो है वो 2 लाख में बिजनेस देने को तैयार है, और 2 लाख का भी 50% वो देगा और मैं 100,000 पे करूंगा, एंड आई विल टेक ओवर द बिजनेस. इट विल नेवर वर्क. ठीक है, तो बिजनेस की वैल्यू, इफ यू आर बाइंग द शेयर फ्रॉम एग्जिस्टिंग बिजनेस, इट हैज टू बी अ प्रॉपर्ली ऑडिटेड बिजनेस. उसका हम लोग ऑडिट परफॉर्म करते हैं, ड्यू डिलिजेंस करते हैं, वी गेट अ मार्केट वैल्यूएशन, एंड बेस्ड ऑन दैट मार्केट, अगर उस बिजनेस की वैल्यू आ रही है $450,000 फॉर एग्जांपल, देन यू नीड टू बाय अ 50 or 51% शेयर, जो कि $225,000 बनेंगे. यू नीड टू पे दैट मनी, एंड देन यू कैन एक्वायर द बिजनेस. थैंक यू. Degam, thanks a lot for your time. See you in Faisalabad. Yes, definitely, Degam. Thank you. Thank you. See you in Faisalabad soon. Okay. Now, what is the next? Gold jewelry. Gold jewelry business is my family business. How I get a business? Sir, it's your family business. You open a gold jewelry shop here. Bring your gold and apply for a visa. That's very simple. Faraj, sir, as I mentioned earlier, I'm coming to US in October. Can I book a live session with you and acquire you as my attorney to file? Okay, Faraj, you can definitely book a appointment in October. As I just mentioned earlier, I would be traveling to Pakistan also. So make sure whenever you can book an appointment. You will find the times available when I'm here in USA. But just to give you the disclaimers, I am not attorney. I'm not attorney, and I would not do the status change. We have attorneys on our panel when it comes to the status change, so we use them, we can engage them, we can hire them and appoint them. But I am on a business consultant. I am not immigration attorney. My job would be to prepare your business, जो कि attorney की job नहीं है, this which is not under the attorney scope. So it is more likely there are two different scopes, guys. So you need to understand, one is a business consultant, broker or business advisor's role, which is my part of the scope, जिसमें we help you buying, acquiring, auditing, and taking care of the whole aspects of the business plan, feasibilities, financial, taking over the business, lease arrangements, all of those business area, business side of the E2, we take care of it. When it comes to the filing of the visa or filing of petition for change of status, we need to use attorneys, or we can guide you and you need to do it on your own. So that is something which you need to understand. Okay, now the next one. What about the consultant services like environmental and earth science? Yes, you can definitely do any kind of a consulting services. You need to make sure that you have your services have a good scope, a good demand, and you have some competitive advantage on it. But yeah, you can definitely go with it. Okay. Uh, okay, can my spouse travel to Pakistan if we both change the status? No. If change of status rule applies to anybody and everybody who has done the change of status, not only for you, for the main applicant. So your spouse also will not be able to travel if his or her status is changed. What is your E2 services fees for digital agencies? Mr. Atif, services fees varies from the business to business. So it's better that you connect, book an appointment. We can talk about your scope of the business and industry, and then we can talk about the fees as well. Waji Ahmed, can I apply E2 with an adult daughter? I understand the source of funds should be different. If we want to set up one business, can we provide how this can be done? And what if my brother invest? Waji, I don't understand. It's a little bit confusing. You mean your adult daughter means like adult daughter cannot be the dependent. The dependent can be only 21 years old. So if she is above than 21, then she cannot be the dependent. She has to go for a separate E2. If you are saying that your daughter can become a partner into your business for E2, if she's more above than 21, yes, she can become a partner. She has to invest the money, you invest the money, and you both can become a partner and take an E2. Okay. Muhammad Bilal, what about IT services business? E2 friendly? Should we start a new one or a franchise one is better? Sir, IT businesses are definitely a very good, very E2 friendly. It's very lucrative business opportunities, less expensive. कम बजट में आपका businesses जो है वो हो जाते हैं. You can start new, you can buy franchises. Though IT में आपको बहुत ज़्यादा franchises नहीं मिलेंगी, but there are some which you can definitely get it. But you need to understand that franchise may, I mean, if it is an IT business, why do you need a franchise? To be very honest, I mean, you are an expert of your business, you know your service. So I would say go on your own. It will be less capital expensive as compared to franchise. Okay, Abdul Hafiz Shah, Assalamu alaikum, walaikum assalam. I have a non-resident LLC, good standing, paying tax, good guide possibilities on that. Yes, Avas, if you have already an LLC, you are paying taxes, you want to establish and grow your business further, आपको यहाँ का एक local setup करना पड़ेगा, and based on that, you can go for an E2 visa, no problem. Okay. Sir, please get back to my question about cleaning and housekeeping. I have already answered you about the cleaning and housekeeping business. Yes, you can do minimum 50 to $100,000 की investment है. You can definitely go for a cleaning business and you can get it done. I am a Canadian citizen but want to move to Texas and my business which business option is good and budget is 100,000. Yes, RK 100,000 is a decent enough budget. You can go for any kind of service business, small retail stores or small retail businesses. These kind of businesses you can definitely go in Texas, and you can go for E2, no problem. How much time will it take from Pakistan if my siblings sponsor their siblings for coming to USA? Sir, I'm not an immigration attorney. I cannot exactly tell you, but usually, as per what we hear and what we see locally, it takes for a sibling sponsor, it takes somewhere between 15 to 18 years as of now. Prab, पाजी इटली to USA शिफ्ट होना है इटालियन पासपोर्ट. यस, यू पाजी इटली तो बिल्कुल तुसी शिफ्ट हो सकते हो if you want to, and you need to make investment, पैसे लगाओ, business बनाओ, and get E2 visa, no problem. Okay, Asif Sheikh Saab, nice to see you live. Thank you, Asif. What is the difference between E1 and E2? Okay, this is a good question. E1 and E2 में difference ये है जी कि E1 is basically a trader's visa, E2 is a investor visa. So अगर आप trade कर रहे हैं between the treaty countries, any treaty relation countries between US, you are doing a trade and your basic substantial amount of trade is between with USA, then you can go for E1 visa. And if you are not into the trading, or your substantiality of the trade clause is not met as per the trade regulations, then you need to make a substantial investment, local businesses in America, and you can go for E2 visa. Okay, so you help in opening a bank account in top bank like Chase, where it's tough for Pakistani investors. Yasser Ali, it's not tough for Pakistani investors or any investor to open a bank account as long as you are physically here. We help you in terms of preparing all the documentations when it comes to the opening a visa, but we do not go and open your account in your absence. That's not possible because opening account karne ke liye you need to be here physically. I heard like there are some people who are offering you these kind of services. Okay, if even if you're not here, you can just go and they will go and open an account on your behalf. We don't do that. We don't recommend it. You should not do it. And yeah, I mean, try to be safe. Okay. Any option for Canada PR? How much investment is required? No, Mr. Shani. No, I don't deal with Canada PR. I'm really sorry, and I don't know much about it. How much minimum investment required for E2 visa? It's mentioned many times now. It depends on business to business, but a decent business starts from $100,000. Can we change E1 and E2 into the green card? No, you cannot change E1 and E2 to green card, but you can opt for different green card programs once you are here on E1 or E2. Okay, so now here. Okay, guys, now just last probably five more questions. I'll answer five or so something. So let's just go. Let's see whoever is there. Okay. Abdul Hafiz. Okay. What about project management consultancy in USA? Yes, Mr. Abdul Hafiz Shar. बिल्कुल प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजमेंट आप कर सकते हैं. I mean, you can start a consultancy, even not project, any management consultancy, business consultancy, advisory, or any kind of services, or consultancy, or coach, or the mentorships, or whatever the services you are doing, you can definitely consider for E2 visa. Which business is better, gold business or some other business in US? I want to invest rupees PKR 5 crore. Mr. Jack, 5 crore rupees in the today's market price would become what? Like probably somewhere around $150,000. That's definitely not a good money for starting a gold business. Or look at the gold prices, you will not get a very decent amount of gold to start a business in America. So if 5 crore is your budget, so you might need to consider something, some other businesses, some low capital businesses, not the gold one. Gold, you definitely need a lot more than that. How much investment is required for a project management consultancy? So project management or any other consultancy business, I have mentioned just now, anything starting from $50,000-$60,000 as a capex, capital investments, and $20,000-$30,000 as an operating expenses. Total money should be between $70,000-$90,000. Anything between less than $100,000 is okay for management consulting or IT or services based businesses. Okay, how much can I earn on 50,000? Awesome, good question, but I cannot answer it. How much you can earn on 50,000? I honestly don't know. I don't know your capacities. I don't know your expertise. I don't know your experiences. I don't know what you bring on the table. So I have seen people are collapsing a $50,000 business just after they land here because they don't know how to manage the business or they don't have any backup support. So collapsing the whole business also is possible, and I have seen the people who make $50,000 business into $1 million business just in a very short time period. Shahryar Jamali, hello, bhai, hello. Need one information? Yes, Shahryar, I am here to give you the information. Please go ahead and ask me. Okay, Waji Ahmed, can I invest for my spouse and daughter, or we need separate source of funds for you to know? I mean, you can definitely spend for your spouse. I mean, for example, if you are spending one amount for your E2 business and you want to give it to your family also for their business, yes, you can. Your spouse, your kids can borrow money from you, no problem, sir. Kramatullah Khan, I visited USA recently, registered a C Corp based on the construction services, but now I have started a business on it and I want a need to visa. What do you recommend me? You are already good to go, sir. You already done a company. You have selected your business. You have selected your state. All what you need to do is you need to set up your infrastructure, build up your business, and then connect with us. We will help you prepare your whole documentation, and we are good to go for E2 visa. No problem. Ali SEO, what is the lowest cost business which you can get? The lowest cost is there is nothing lower than the digital business, Ali. I just mentioned you. I think I already answered your questions also. SEO business, digital marketing, these are the one of the lowest investment businesses, and the lowest investment for E2 is 50, which is not possible anything less than that. Shahriyar Jamali, can I start my business in USA and come with my family after a year? Is it possible? Yes, you can start today. You hire employees, and they let them run your business, and you can come 1 year, 2 years, 10 years, or even never come. It is all possible. Okay, so you help in opening the bank account in the top banks? No, this is already answered. Okay, say if any options for Canada PR? No, 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 no. Thanks. I am Canada PR. Want to know how much investment is required for E2? Gagan Shani, if you are saying you are a Canadian PR holder, but the remember until you get I mean, I assume if you are from India, then until you get a Canadian passport in hand, you cannot qualify for E2. So you need to make sure either you are Canadian national or you are the national of a treaty country. So if you're from India and you have a Canadian PR, it doesn't matter, but you will not qualify for E2. You can consider L1 visa in that category. Okay, now Muhammad Bilal, how to invest then if you do not have a bank account while sitting outside of Pakistan? No, you would, Bilal, you would get a bank account. I didn't say you will not get a bank account. Usually, I mean, nowadays, especially in this digital world, there are a lot of digital options are there. Mercury, Wise, Pioneer, all of these digital banks are there. You can open a business bank account there, and you start operating, transferring the money and start spending the money from those digital accounts. They are widely accepted with no problem. Okay, thank you so much. You are pro in your business. Thank you so much, Atif. Yes, it's been I've spent my life in this, sir. Thank you so much. Uh, what kind of a local setup is required for that? My LLC is already trading in USA with the treaty countries as well. Avasa Bessi, the setup is, I mean, if you are trading here, again, the setups is, every business model has a different setup requirement. So, for example, if you're doing a food business and you do not need a warehousing, then you don't need a setup. You just need to set up an office and you are good to go, because the import or export of the goods directly ships to or from the suppliers or customers. But if there are, for example, if you have a textile factory in Pakistan and you are bringing, the textiles or garments or the Sialkot, whatever you have, the sports goods or surgical items or whatever. So if you bring those items and you want to distribute it locally, then you need a warehouse. So you will buy a warehouse, you will rent a warehouse, and then you become a distribution channel. So setups varies based on your business model, your products, and your need of the product. The more important is that you need to have the substantial amount of investment in your products when it comes to the trading business. So your products should have a substantial amount invested into. Okay, guys, and okay. So this will be probably the last one. Okay. Abdul Hafiz Tasa, do we need to start E2 process outside the states or required to visit and to be done there? So you have the both options. If you have a visa valid available with you, you can do when you are here. Or if you do not have a B1, B2 visa, then you can do it from outside as well. Okay, can I buy? Okay, Jack says, can I buy any franchise for E2? Jack, you can certainly buy franchise. Not all the franchises are available for E2 visa applicants, to be very honest, because every franchise is, have a different set of rules. So most of that, the top franchises, for example, if you talk about McDonald's, Subway, 7-Elevens, and those kind of the UPS stores and those kind of high-end franchises, they do not prefer the E2 or let's say the non-US residents. But there are some small scale franchises franchises available in USA which are accepting the E2 applicants. And if you are considering the franchise, we have launched our own franchise also, which is for the car wash industry, and that is exclusive for E2 investors too, if you want to consider that. Okay. Okay, done. So and now it says, after getting my E2 visa, how long it takes to come to the USA? Sir, you get a visa today and tomorrow you take a flight and come. No problem. How to transfer money? Transfer money through the bank channel, Western Union, all official channels, official legal platforms. So there is the money has to be with the proof, with everything, all the details. Ali, thank you so much. People that offer LLC open in the USA and a bank account for non-US residents, are these good for E2? I don't know, Atif. I have seen. I don't want to comment on any other, the service providers. But honestly speaking, I have seen a lot of disturbances and confusions. As long, and I'm not saying everybody does that wrong, but there are many who does it wrong, who don't know any legal background, who don't have a legal background, who don't understand the legal complexities, who don't understand the US local complexities. People are just blindly going on the websites, or paying somebody here and getting the LLCs registered, and then they go use their socials, use their own credentials, and go and open a business bank account in the physical banks. Highly unsafe. Not recommended at all, to be very honest. So if you want to go for LLC creations, even for E2 or not for E2, for your Amazon businesses, e-commerce businesses, or digital businesses, or whatsoever the case might be, make sure that having a company is a very legal and sensitive matter. आई अंडरस्टैंड कि वो पाकिस्तान में है ना, इट्स अ ट्रेंड कि ठीक है, हो जाएगा, देख लेंगे, कर लेंगे, सस्ता मिल रहा है, पैसे बच रहे हैं, इस तरह के जो मामलात हैं. इफ यू आर कंसीडरिंग दोस, देन इट्स अप टू यू. बट इफ यू वांट टू गो प्रोफेशनल, इफ यू वांट टू go for a long term business goals, I do not recommend getting the LLCs registered from anybody sitting locally there until they have a very strong legal professional lawyers or consultants background in America. Thank you. Okay, Abdul Hafiz, after getting the E2 visa, can I get social benefits like children education and healthcare? Very good question, Abdul Sattar. Sorry, Abdul Hafiz Shah. I'm sorry. Okay, so see, I mean, social benefits. Okay, understand one thing. Now it's getting still longer. There are still many unanswered questions. So, guys, please, if anybody, if any question is left unanswered, please excuse me, because I'm trying to cover as much as I can. Okay, so with regards to the social benefits, when it comes to the social benefits, you need to understand, America, the number one, America is not a social welfare state. It's not Canada, it's not UK, so it's not a social welfare state. The people here in America only get the social benefits when you are below the poverty line. So when there are thresholds. Until you reach to the thresholds, you get the social benefits from USA. When you come to the country, you do not reach to that threshold or minimum poverty line immediately. But I do not recommend, very strongly I urge, you are coming here as an investor, don't get dependent on the social benefits, especially if you have plans to go for the green card or US citizenships later in the future. So do not consider the social benefits. But with regards to the educational benefits, for example, and health benefits, yes, for health benefits, you get private insurances. You pay a certain amount of premiums per month, which is very reasonable, and you get your medical insurance covered. And for education, your kids become the resident, and when you go to the private universities, private university tuition fees goes subsidized, not as an international student but as a local student. Kamran Akbar, how much franchise is required? How much money is required for car wash franchise? Okay, so the car wash franchise, if you are talking about our franchise, so it's more of a very latest technology, steam car wash, mobile technology. I do not believe in anything brick and mortar, जो physical stores होते हैं, I do not believe in those. हम लोग technological जो businesses हैं, we believe in those. Mobile app पे जाओ, website पे जाओ, book a service, our van will come to your home, and it gets your car car detailed and car cleaned. It's a latest technology which is a steam car wash technology. So basically हमारी जो franchise है, it will cost you somewhere between 100 to $150,000. Again, the variation is because of the cars and models and those kind of things. So 100 से $150,000 में you can get your whole car wash business set up, and that can lead you towards the E2 visa. Okay, Muhammad Akram, can I file E2 inland USA, and how much minimum investment required? Yes, you can file in inland, and investment required as per the business somewhere around $100,000, starting from 100,000. Okay, Mr. Fighter, nowadays they are not allowing, sir, banks money exchange at yes, it's getting very tough in from Pakistan, for example, particularly to transfer the monies. But trust me, it's tough, but not completely banned. It still gets transferred. Western Union gets transferred for sure. Some of the banks also transfer the money. I have a general contractor background. Yes, you are a general contractor background. Good for you, and you can do the same business here. Jack, thank you for your time. You're welcome, sir. Aware, thank you so much. I'll connect with you soon. Sure, no problem. Any medical restriction for E2? I do not get medical restriction means. I mean, of course, you need to. You do not. You need to have the physical health. I mean, physical health means कि कोई ऐसा chronic disease you don't need to have it. Other than that, it's all good. For a fighter, okay, when I go to the banks, this is go to money exchange. When I go to the money exchange, this is go to the banks, despite having all the white money. You are a fighter, man, so keep fighting, keep struggling, you will get your way out for sure. There are ways. Okay, how much time required for you to from Pakistan? 5 to 6 months. Okay, done. Thank you so much, guys. I think that's all. And okay, now Sheikh Saab, I'm Atif from SCB. Tell him contact me. I will help him. Okay, so there is a, yeah, guys. I mean, if whoever wants to transfer the money, there is a guy from SCB, and he is there to help you out. See, you find a way out. No problem. Thank you, Atif. Thank you. Uh, okay, and now, hi, brother. I live in Houston, Texas, and want to start the business with 50,000 money. What is your opinion? Oh, Mr. Sangarai. I don't know if I pronounce because you have a different font. Okay, so you live in Houston, Texas. You want to start business with 50,000. Where you get unlimited option. I mean, depends as long as your business or your investment does not need to be associated with an E2 visa or any immigration visas. If you are US local and you want to do the business, sky is the limit for you, man. Sky is the limit for you because here you are not bound with the minimum investment requirements and restrictions of US immigration. Guys, you need to understand something. America is a land of opportunity for a reason. Okay, so you guys are always bothered about what are the options or what would happen to your businesses. But once you enter here, once you land here, you expand your businesses, you get your businesses set up, you get your businesses established, and you start growing. Or the people like you who are already living in America, living in Houston, and you do not have any immigration requirements. Sky is a limit for you. You can start from any business, as low as $500, locally here. Or you can get even $0 out of pocket, so you can buy businesses. You can probably buy $1 million business with $0 out of pocket. I mean, there are ways to do it. You can do a small businesses, you can do a service business. You can start from 500 to 5,000 to 50,000 to 5 million, anything. And when it comes to the choice of businesses, you have no restrictions. You can go for, as I just mentioned earlier, the vending machine business, which is not suitable for E2, but it's suitable for you. House fix and flipping business, not suitable for E2, but suitable for you. So all those business, you have an endless opportunity. You just need to have a great investment strategy planning, and you're good to start for a $50,000 to make a good business out of it. Okay, during this last comment, there is some more also. So let me try to address more before I let you go off. Thank you, guys. Thank you for all of your support, your love, your attendance, and your concern. Okay, I'm traveling to US as a visitor. Want to buy a gas station in partnership with USA Citizenship, so that I can call. So can I do that? And can I eligible for E2? Amit Panchal. you are allowed to travel, you are allowed to buy gas station, you are allowed to do partnership. Now when it comes to the visa application or the E2 qualifications or eligibility, if you are from India or any non-treaty country, then you are not eligible for E2. But if you are from Pakistan, Bangladesh, from all other treaty countries, yes, you are eligible for E2. The business can be eligible. Partnerships, make sure that you need to make very careful way of doing the partnership, so that you do not mess up in any of the qualification criteria. Okay, Vaji, MS session was very informative. I'll try to reach you soon. Thank you so much, Vaji. Thank you, and that's all, guys. Okay, uh, taxis on E2 business. What if the business is already profitable, making around 100,000 as of profit from the last 2 years? How much tax will it be for its next cycle after we buy? I'm not a tax guy, but if it is a profitable, it's already making 100,000 from the last 2 years. You have the tax records. You know that that's if it is been making the same amount of money in the last 2 years, whatever the tax they are paying, almost give or take, it should be the same amount of taxes now also. Okay, Kamran Ahmed, very informative session. Keep continuing. Thanks again. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. And where can I meet you in person? I'm based in Virginia, dear, and you can definitely come. If you want to come to Virginia, you are more than welcome. We can have a good session. Thank you, Yasser Ali. Thank you for all good information. Thank you, guys, and hope I'll try to, at the end of the video, I'll just I'll try to make more and more live sessions. I have been receiving a lot of requests, and people have been asking me to do these live sessions, but just as I mentioned earlier, due to the busy schedules, I just couldn't do that. But I'll try to do it more and more often, and hope to see you guys soon. Thank you so much. Have a good day.